Hey, what's up guys? So this is going to be another video where I talk about like concepts in Balisong flipping rather than an actual tutorial. So this will be the last one and then I'll go back to some tutorials. But what I'm going to be talking about in this video is how to design like a combo. And I've talked about before how to kind of design like a mini combo for freestyle, so just like a couple different moves, and then when you're freestyling you can just refer back to those pre-practiced pre-packaged mini combos. This time I'm going to be talking about more like a 20 to 30 second combo that can be like a whole Instagram video or like a whole thing that you do like if you're flipping in front of actual people. And I really like this way of flipping. It's actually my favorite because it gives you a chance to really focus on what you want to like progress with when you're flipping. At least for me, it gives me the opportunity to really think about like are there new moves I want to try out? Are there old moves that I want to bring back? Or is there stuff that I just want to smooth over? Like you get the chance to think about it and really be like, all right, I'm focusing on this. So like I said before, you're shooting for about 20 to 30 seconds, and the way to approach starting designing these combos is to think of like a couple different tricks you want to basically feature in your combo. So like, let's say I want to feature a neck catch, a halo, and like a snatch, let's say. So now I know those are the three moves that I want in my combo. You got kind of like a skeleton and you got to start filling stuff in. Alright, so once you have those couple different moves that you want to feature in your head, what you want to do next is think of your opener and your closer. So like your opening move and then your closing move. And so at this point what's important to know is that you want your opening and your ending to be kind of like the high points of the energy in your video. So you kind of think of it like, if you think of the energy that's going through your video as like a line, you want like two peaks at the beginning and the end, and then I'll get into like what you want in the middle, but that's what you really want for the beginning and the ending. Okay, so now you actually have a lot of your combo figured out and well defined. You have, I would say you have about 10 to 15 seconds and you want 20 to 30, so that's a lot of your combo done already. Next step is to fill in the gaps with basically whatever you want in there. So I would make sure that a lot of these like fill-in moves are kind of safe and easy for you to do. That way you can really focus on those like tricks of interest, like those moves that you wanted to feature, and then your opening and your closing, making those really nice looking. Some other things to know is that when you're doing this third person like power aerial flipping, is you want like a two-handed presence. You actually want like a full body presence. So the more you can move around and incorporate all of your body, the better. So I would add in transitions and power aerials that are like, they're basically just transitions that are souped up. So remember that. You also want these fill-in moves to be kind of, or to go along with like kind of a theme of your featured moves or your ender and closer. So like, and this could be like a flow too. So like there are certain ways that I'll end, because I like to do a behind the back throw to a neck catch. So there's certain ways that I can assist the flow of that from coming out of those fill-in moves into that closing that I really care about. So you'll probably see it in my videos or something like that. Like I think it's actually in my favorite way to do it is actually in my last Instagram post. And then the last thing is to make sure you balance like basically the safeness of your fill-in moves with kind of keeping the energy up. So you really want, like I said, if you think of the energy throughout your combo as like a line, so you got your two major peaks in the beginning and the end, and then you kind of have like a little like a plateau, like a lower plateau in the middle, but it shouldn't just be a straight line. What you want are like smaller peaks in there. So you should be doing some stuff that's it's interesting, but it's not as like awesome as the beginning and the end. Like what you really want is, if somebody's going to replay, let's say you're filming your combo, if somebody's going to replay it as it like when you post it to Instagram, if somebody's going to replay it, they really wanted to see that beginning and the ending because those were so cool. Okay, so now that you have thought of the tricks that you want to add in there, like your featured tricks, you have your beginning and your ending, and you filled in all the gaps so that you have about 20 to 30 seconds of flipping. Ideally, you'll have a really nice looking beginning and ending with like really high energy. Uh, in the middle, you'll have a couple different moves to keep up the interest that are, they're pretty cool, and people don't get bored watching you. And then you also have like those featured tricks that you really wanted to work on, and since this 20 to 30 second combo isn't something you gotta do live, like kind of improvised, you can really practice this and get those tricks down. So you can add those to your kind of like your arsenal of tricks that you can really do faithfully. Then you also got some decent transitions. You're using like both hands, not letting one hand just kind of linger on the side. You're using most of your body when you do your power aerials, so it looks really dynamic. And you also got some nice themes, like you got some nice. I've talked about flow before, so you got some nice loops in there, and just like everything flows in a very organic way. Now at this point, what I would say to do is practice this combo. Like once you have everything that you're going to be doing in this combo, practice that combo for like a couple days. Like I'd say like 15 minutes or more, whatever you can do a day. And what'll happen is you'll start to do like make small adjustments to how you do the tricks in that combo, so that they'll be like really specific. Your execution will be really specific to that combo, and you also will get to the point where you won't even think about the combo. You'll just start doing the tricks without thinking, which is also really good for your smoothness of execution. And once you feel comfortable and confident about your ability to execute the combo, I would say to honestly record it and look back on it and see if there's anything that you don't like, or maybe not even that you don't like, but you feel like you could improve on. If it's perfect, if you think it's really good, that can happen, and that's awesome. So you got your combo. But if you feel like you got to tweak anything, that's the best way to find out. You can feel it kind of when you're doing the combo, but sometimes stuff feels better than it looks. Honestly, that can happen. So sometimes you got to record it, see it, and then go, oh, I got to change that. So some things to look out for when you're doing this kind of like revision step is one thing is you set out a combo that's just too difficult, and your body is kind of tensing up when you're doing it, and it doesn't look like I've talked about technicality versus the performative element in your combos before, or just your flipping in general before. So you really want it to be more of a performance where you look comfortable and confident, and you're just kind of flowing through the combo, rather than something that's really technical and you're trying to impress people with just like the ability to do a trick. Like you don't want to just impress people by the fact that you did a triple scissor. You want to make the triple scissor look like it was easy, and people are like, holy shit, could he have done like a 6 scissors in a row? That's what you want people to come out of it thinking. Other than that, I've touched on just a little bit earlier. You don't want one hand to be kind of lingering to the side. You want to get it in there. You can focus on your dominant hand, like to do some hard stuff real quick, just for a couple seconds, but try to get your other hand back in there pretty quickly, just so that it really gives you like full presence when you're flipping third person. It doesn't look the best when another hand is just sitting there, and it doesn't make the combo look bad, but you can actually see some potential to make it look better if you're looking out for this. So just look out for, like I said, some opportunities to loop, to kind of keep the momentum going and make it look a little bit more effortless. Look out for if you make too many interruptions, it doesn't look as flowy and nice. So you can look out for some things that you can actually do to improve your combo, even if it looks good already. And that's it. That's basically the recipe I use to make most of my Instagram videos. So like if you're not trying to freestyle, this is the approach that I use to flipping, where you actually totally memorize and drill and refine like a full-on combo that's 20 to 30 seconds. That's my go-to process. I hope this helps you guys, and I'll see you in the next video where I do a tutorial on some power aerial again.